Flosstube.
You first.
I'm Deb.
I'm Lori.
We're here to talk to you about our stitching this week.
This is Flosstube number 2 for Stitching in the Valley here in the Dayton, Ohio area. Should I say that on Flosstube, where we're from? Okay. All right. You want to do shout outs first?
Sure.
Okay, you go first.
Okay. I just want to give a shout out to Linda Biggerstaff and Long Dog Stitcher, who asked about my grandchildren. Long Dog Stitcher wanted to know how many granddaughters I have. I have 4 granddaughters and 9 grandsons. 3 of the granddaughters and 1 of the grandsons are learning to cross stitch. So the older 2 are doing a little bit better.
You know what? So how old? Because Henry's the youngest one in that bunch.
He's only 4, and he's making X's.
That's pretty impressive for a 4-year-old, I think.
And the girls are 9 to 6, and they are all doing very well.
I think that's really impressive for a 4-year-old to be willing to cross stitch.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else? Anybody else you want to shout out? You can say her last name. I can't say it.
Who's that?
Lori from...
Oh, Lori Chicalone from Once Upon a Stitch. We want to give a shout out to her. I've watched all of her videos and love them all. Some of them I've watched more than one.
And I have Debbie say that name because I can't say it. Lori, I'm very sorry. Love your first name, and you even spell it the right way. I just can't say your last name. Sorry. I'll work on it. And of course, Priscilla and Chelsea. And Daylene from So Grateful. We want to shout her out. She commented on our video. I've watched a lot of Daylene's videos. She's a beautiful stitcher, but she's also a very prolific quilter as well. So she has a really great floss too. If you've not been over there, you need to go over there like right now. Michelle from the Striped Rose, she actually did comment on if you remember last time, I had the sampler that I didn't know the name was. I bought it from the thrift store, and she said that she thought it was Heirs of the Green by Sheepish Designs. And so I did search for that design, and she is correct. It is Heirs of the Green by Sheepish Designs. And how I was talking about, like I thought it might have been folded up, it was not. That's the end of the pattern, or at least that's the way all the ones that I saw online were also finished, where it looked like it was folded up, but it's not. That's just the end of the pattern. So I thought that was really pretty great.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. And then we just had a lot of comments about people living in the Dayton area or in the Ohio area, Indiana, where we're both originally from. Everybody was so nice and so kind, and we just kind of feel like
celebs.
We keep telling our husbands we're a big old deal. We're really not. Like, we are seriously the most humble people of all. But we just really do like and appreciate this community and the welcoming that we've received since we started 2 weeks ago. So we would really like to do Flosstube videos more than twice a week or more than every 2 weeks, but it's just going to kind of depend on our work schedules. And if I sound a little hoarse, I do not have COVID. My grandson played a football game yesterday, and I screamed like a wild woman. And yes, they did win, so he deserved to be. They deserve to be yelled for. So anyway, okay. I think that was it that I had over there. Yeah, just a lot of comments about. We had a woman from Central Queensland, Australia, and then we had 2 ladies from Canada also that commented on our video. So we really do appreciate that.
I always wonder how somebody that far away happens upon our video.
That's a really good question. That's a very good question. Probably, I mean, I watch a few people from England. But I don't think, I watch other videos. There's a crafter that I watch who is in Australia. She makes journals, and there's several of them that I watch in England. I don't think I watch anybody in Canada though. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head.
Stitch MD.
Yes, she X Stitch MD. Yep.
I love her stuff.
She does have a beautiful channel. She does a lot of samplers as well. Excuse the I'm working on that.
She does a lot of knitting too.
There's also, yes, she does. There's also a new Flosstuber, Stitching to Connect Annie. She commented on our videos. We have not had the opportunity yet to check her channel out, but we will be checking her out. So if you haven't watched her already, run over there and give her some love, please. Stitching to Connect Annie. So I'm kind of excited about that one. All right.
What you got?
what were we going to do next? Our whips or
our finishes.
Our past finishes.
Past finishes.
Okay.
Some of them are past and some of them are old.
Yeah. All right. So last week I shared the Virtue sampler that I was working on last week, and I did try doing the back stitching. I'm going to tell you I'm not really happy with it. I think it's the color of the floss, and it feels as though her head looks really small now. Do you see that? Her head looks
small?
Her head looks small now to me.
Maybe I'll back stitch it.
Well, I was thinking about that, but I also wonder if it's the color of the thread that I use. So I may rip it out and use a different color, and then I am going to back stitch the other girl too when I figure out what color to back stitch that in. So that's
nice.
I'm working on that one. And this is 2 different past finishes that have not been fully finished because I actually just came across them the other day. This was a free pattern by Lizzie Kate, Hello Spring, and then this one is Bloom. So
I love those colors.
Yeah, they're nice and bright and fun for springtime. So I will get these finished in time for next spring. I've got 6 months, so I should be able to get those done.
You should. But will we?
But will we? Yeah, especially when you see some of our other ones. Okay, and then this is a pattern out of Just Cross Stitch magazine. The online version, and I couldn't tell you what it is, and those are definitely not the called for colors. This was, and I stitched this with the intention of making a small out of it. I'm going to make a little pillow for it, and then I did this one as well. This says Be Happy, and my intention is to make a bunch of little pillows and have like a little dough bowl. I think that'll be really super cute.
That'll be cute.
And then I stitched this back in the 90s. And I stitched it out of leftover floss from a kit that I had used, and then I ran out of the green, so I never finished it. And then I came across it, and I'm just gonna flat finish it as a Christmas ornament. I think that I'll tear out that green and then do like a flat finish Christmas ornament with that. All right, this one's a big one. I stitched this back in the 90s. And I've never done anything with it. And I'm going to tell you, all of this confetti stitching was a pain.
Oh my.
And I think that's why I never finished it, or fully finished it, because once I finished stitching it, I was done with it. But it says, first a dream, a plan for life, heart in hand, man and wife. I think it is really pretty.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. I would finish it for my husband now, but our hair is not that color anymore. It's just not. All right.
You could make it that color.
I could. We just finished color. Yeah. All right. And I made this Christmas stocking for my daughter when I started it when she was 2. I think I finished it when she was 4. And this was a dimensions kit, and her name is Aubrey. And when I bought the kit, I saw her name. Aubrey was actually the name on the stocking that was stitched as the sample. And so that's why I had to buy it, because it's back then she's 32 now. So back then it was very hard to find anything that said Aubrey. Yeah. I always had to have it custom made. So I felt like that was a sign I needed to buy it. She doesn't care about this anymore. She's 32. She doesn't care for the teddy bears anymore, but I'll never get rid of that because that was a lot of work. Those French knots. Have y'all seen this? Look, French knots and lazy daisy stitches in there. Yeah, I did that. And then, excuse the itching of the nose again, because that's just crude. Her brother had to have this one. It says brother, Jordan. That was it, because I was tired of stitching them after I finished hers. Poor Jordan got ripped. Cute. Okay, and then I have this one too. This was a past finish that I've not fully finished. I liked this pattern so much that I actually stitched it twice. And the other one is finished, and it's packed away with my 4th of July stuff. But that pattern is Birds of a Feather. Land That I Love by Birds of a Feather. Can you see
like that?
Yeah.
Do they have it on a wreath?
They have it framed in the inside of a wreath. And what I did, the one that I have, is actually, I did like a flat fold finish and put a ruffle around it, and then mounted it on a wood piece that is shaped in the United States. Oh, nice. So when we get around to next year's 4th of July, I'll
drag it out and bring it to Flosstube.
Yep, to Flosstube. What you got?
I got some old not finished things. Well, I have some finished things. Did I show this last time?
You did not.
I did not. Okay. I don't think I stitched this. I can't remember. I think maybe my sister-in-law did back in the 80s. But what I was telling Lori last time was it looks like they were trying to use variegated, make it look variegated. So I guess that's just a little sampler.
I think that is so cute. Show them the back. What was used as the hanging piece? A pull tab?
Pull tab from, probably from Tab.
Or Diet Coke.
So I don't know where that pattern or anything came from.
I think that's so cute.
So, and then I got a couple things. I've had these for a while. I got them from the Goodwill. And this first one is the Autumn Garden. I got this a couple years ago.
At Goodwill?
At Goodwill. And I did try to look it up on the internet and see if I could see who it was made by, but I couldn't find it. It says Autumn Garden, so that's what I put in there. But on the back, it says Stitching Cottage in Miamisburg, or Centerville Road in Centerville, Ohio.
That would be on 725.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the Stitching Cottage in Beaver Creek, if they moved locations or something.
Oh, maybe.
I wonder about that.
Could be. But it's really nice. It makes me sad to see these in Goodwill stores.
Yeah.
People put so much work into them.
You know what? That almost looks like a Lizzie Kate pattern. Do you think?
Oh, it might be.
If anybody happens to recognize that pattern, and if you want to
Let me show it back up.
make your statement.
In the comments below. Just put it in the comments below. There you go.
I love that.
I do too. And then I have, I got this one at the Goodwill too. And I've had it for a long time. But I thought it was cute.
That's really cute.
I love all that country, farmy cows and bees and stuff.
Did you have that hanging in your old house?
No,
You didn't?
it was in my craft area downstairs.
That is really cute.
Yeah.
Super cute.
So I like that. Thanks, whoever stitched it. Now this I did stitch. This was from Leisure Art Magazine, is where I got the pattern, and I was making a quilt for my daughter, and it's gonna be hard to see. Let me stand up. There we go. It was all little teddy bears and bunnies, and so I was doing that for her. I didn't get it done because then she was born and I didn't get to work on it much. So then I thought I would do it for one of her children if she ever had a daughter. So my 30 years later and 6 children later, no one still is able to use this plate. So maybe I'll finish that up.
You know what? I bet you if you give that to Lucy, she'll figure out a way to finish it.
Lucy probably would finish.
Lucy would. Lucy's her oldest granddaughter, who is a doll.
And then from last week, oh, I have that here. Oh, there it is. I finished the Ho 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 by Lizzie Kate. That's that one. I didn't fully finish it, but it's
a finish.
It's a finish.
It's so cute.
I didn't have much to do on that.
So how do you think you'll fully finish it?
I think I'll make it into a little pillow with some cute fabric,
That would be cute.
Christmassy fabric around it.
Yep, I like that idea.
And did I show this one last week?
I don't think so.
This is a long May wave by Shepherd's Bush. I'm not supposed to show that.
Can't show the pattern. Sorry.
Sorry. By Shepherd's Bush. I got that at Keepsakes down in Cincinnati. And I don't know if I did something, there it is, goofy, but there's a little button that goes with it and it goes right there, and the button is too big. So I thought I'd just put another flower right there.
That'll be cute.
So there's that, and I'll make that into a little pillow. And then my last oldie but goodie. This was a kit I got back in the 80s or 90s. It had the X's drawn. Sorry, I'm covering you up.
That's okay.
It had the X's drawn on the fabric, and then you just cross stitch on it.
The printed, the stamped cross stitch.
Yeah.
That's really cute.
Yep.
Did you make that before Crystal? Or during Crystal? Or one of the other?
I think I had a couple kids by then.
A few.
A couple.
All right.
Oh, one more. I guess this is technically a whip, but I started this too way back in the day. It's a
Busilla.
Priscilla.
Uh-huh.
The Lord's Prayer. And it was just a kit. So there I am. I've got just a little bit there on the left bottom that I need to finish.
Oh, you can finish that up in no time.
Yeah. Just on, which side is it? This side.
Yep.
Just a little bit there to finish, and it'll be finished.
That'll be really pretty.
Yeah. So when I get it fully finished, I'll show it to you.
Absolutely.
That's it for old stuff.
Okay, what did we say we were going to talk about next? Our current whips?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what I do with my notebook.
With your what?
My little notebook that says what we're supposed to do. That's all right.
Okay. We're all right. We'll do this on the fly. All right. Christmas at Hollyberry Farm. I've been working on that for a while. For sampler September. I didn't get as far as I wanted to get over the last couple of weeks, but I'm really trying hard not to cover up Deb, because I kind of did that a lot. So I'll cover up me anyway. It's thin, it's linen, I can talk through it, and I'm loud anyway. But my goal was to get the rest of the alphabet and all of this stuff done up at the top here. But I didn't quite get it done. I do love that.
Sometime.
Yeah. I love this piece. So that will probably last me another year. It'll probably take me to do that. But maybe not. I really focused on trying to finish S. Ward, the sampler rag by Kitten Stitcher. And I think I was somewhere up in here the last time, and I've gotten this far. So my hope and my plan, I've got 3 more days, is to get this done by the end of September. And I do get about a row plus a row of alphabet in this part right here done every evening. So I should be able to get at least, I really think I can get that done by the end of the year.
How long does it take you to do a row?
It does take me an hour and a half or so. I'm not a fast stitcher. I really enjoy the process of stitching. It's very, it's very calming to me. So I'm really not in a big hurry to get it done because I want to enjoy it. But at the same time, I really do want this done because I just think it's really pretty.
It's pretty. Do you stitch in hand or do you use?
Well, let me tell
a
you.
Q-snap?
I used to use a Q-snap because I had to, your magnifier thing, I had to use a magnifying light to hook onto my Q-snap in order to be able to see it, even with readers on. And we redid our den and we redid our master bedroom. And so in our den now, I have my own stitching chair that Chris ordered for me from Wayfair. And then he also ordered an light for me that is actually a magnifier that has a light on it. And oh my gosh, now I can stitch in hand. And I really do like stitching in hand. That's my preferred way to do. So
back in the day, I stitched in hand, but now I use a hoop or a Q-snap.
Do you use it because you need the magnifier and the light, or do you just, that's kind of the way you prefer to stitch now?
It kind of depends on what I'm stitching as to whether I use the light or not. But it's more about just being able to see it. I've kind of gotten better on the black fabric.
Yeah.
I had a really hard time with that at first, but like this one, and I'll show it in a minute, that one I have to use the magnifier. What
will be interesting to me is when I get back to working on Hollyberry Farm, is working on that linen, or even starting a new sampler on a big piece of linen. I might have to use a Q-snap, or I'm thinking
just to hold it on.
Yeah, just to, or at least to start with anyway. Since these were already started, I'm able to continue okay, but we'll see when I start a new bigger piece. The smaller pieces, the smalls, that's not as difficult. You've got this little piece, it's a little bit easier. But when you're getting a bigger piece, especially when you're getting on the linen, and your stitch count is so important, I feel like I might have to use something else. But for right now, I really do like stitching in hand. Okay, this one is Trick or Treat by Prairie Schooler. And I don't think I had I think I had Trick or done last week, and I finished Treat over the last 2 weeks. Is that what I had done? And then my last whip was one that I had forgotten about. It's Val's Stuff, Silly Spooks. And she has they're finished as 3 different ornaments. I'm actually going to finish them as one long piece and then put it on a frame. But I'm using this. It's a 14 count of whatever it is. It's almost like plastic canvas. If you've ever done plastic canvas, that's what it feels like to me. I found it in my crafting supplies. I have no idea where I got it or when I got it. It could have been there 20 years. I have no idea. But that's what I had started it on. And when I found that it is slower going, because I use the sewing method when I'm stitching, you can't do that on here. It's in and out and in and out and in and out. So it is very slow going. But I had also done Liberty on there, which I think you did that and finished it into a frame. So obviously, yeah. And it was a freebie, wasn't it? I think it was.
It was.
So I will eventually finish that then for 4th of July next year. So that's my other whip right there. And I think they're really cute. This little pattern that I got at Keepsakes, probably the first time I went down there. All right, that's all my whips.
Whips. Okay. Well, where should we start here?
Deb's got a stack.
I do. It's ridiculous.
No.
So I just want to show my little progress. This is the Bloomtopia. That was the it was the fundraiser they were doing for Priscilla and Chelsea. But I've just got that little bit done. And I was pretty impressed because I think this is, did I say this was 25 count or 28 count?
It's at least 28.
And I was able to see it well enough to get that done.
It's really pretty.
So it's slow moving for me though, because it is hard to see. And then we go back to the dilemma about Priscilla and Chelsea and their trucking along. So I just wanted to show you what I was up against here. So this is the June I did. So I got the first kit in May.
That's so pretty.
It's a monthly subscription, and I get the pattern, the material, and the floss. So I started on that, and I did not get it finished. Here's the bottom part, all I got done there. So then my next one for July came, and it was already into July, so I decided to start on August. And again, I only got the top part finished. I love that.
I do too.
Sunflowers.
Those toppers are beautiful.
And so I didn't even get a start on the bottom of those. There's the pattern.
That's so cute.
I love it. I like that monthly stuff. So like I said last time, I had to skip over September because I really wanted to have the Halloween done for October. So here's the September one.
I
And
love
really
that
like
one.
that too. I
I
like
may
all the
have to
fall
sign up
stuff.
for that subscription.
Yeah.
That's really cute.
All those pumpkins are so cute. So then I started on October, probably the first part of September, and there's that one. And I'm not quite done with this topper. I did make some progress since the last
I think you
video,
did
though.
great progress on it.
So
I think you did really good.
I just have to do the other side and the candy corn at the bottom. So I'm going to stitch on this a couple more weeks, even if I can have it by mid to late October. And then I'll start on the Christmas one.
So she posted, or she showed the December one in her
I love
Flosstube.
it.
Oh my gosh.
Love the
I went
little
gaga over
lights,
it. Yes.
The string of lights. I
So
love that.
stinking cute. So stinking cute.
So this is the November one. I'll show you the November truck.
And you know what? Even just having the topper, I still love just even the topper.
Yeah, I do too. So there's the November, and then the 1st of October, the December one will come out.
I may have to sign up for those.
So I had been working on my Bless Our Home by Country Cottage Needleworks. There's that one. And this is one that this is 28 count fabric. that I tea dyed, so it kind of shrunk. Like the holes are closer together. They're really hard for me to see. And so I do use this, which I got that from Keepsakes. And so there, I finished the door, and I finished up around one of the windows.
Your stitching is just perfect. You know that, don't you? Like your X's are so perfect.
Thanks. I really like stitching on this, and this is Monaco, 28 count Monaco. I like the thickness of it. I don't necessarily like that the holes are so tiny, but I have adjusted to that.
Yeah. That's what, the trick or treat where the one that I dyed the purple color, mine was 28 Monaco, and I kind of like the way it's like the fabric swells up or something. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, it does.
And I kind of like that, but you're right. It is the holes become smaller. It's a little bit.
It's not like 14 count Ada.
Definitely not. Okay, so we are not Ada haters. Thank you, Niecy Lynn, because I really like that term. I'm not an Ada hater. That's the best. Go see her Flosstube. If you've not watched her, I highly recommend. Okay, what else? What's the cup?
This is another one of Priscilla and Chelsea, Stitching with the Housewives. The first cup they came out with, Hello Spring, which I did. I just have to finish the Hello Spring on there.
That's cute.
Have that done, but I love the chickens.
Yep.
I said that last time.
Yeah.
I'm hooked on chickens. So that's all I've got right now.
Okay. Are we showing haul next?
Sure, go for it.
Well, I got some boring haul in that I bought some fabric. Actually, there is no haul that is boring.
No.
I don't know why I said that, but it's just fabric.
Yes.
And it is a 28 count even weave that I bought at Hobby Lobby. I did buy a big huge roll of black Ada because I actually think I have a pattern. I have one of Priscilla's patterns from Just Cross Stitch magazine that I want to do. I think it's the 4th of July one. I can't remember for sure. So I bought that fabric for it, or I might do the trucking along and use it for the trucking along because that
would work too.
The more and more I see you doing those patterns, the more and more I like it.
And the trucking along, I got those through Fat Quarter Shop.
Okay.
So you can order those online. And you can order it all together as a monthly subscription, or you can order it separately, however you want to do it.
See, that's what I'm wondering, because I don't have a lot of fabric in my stash, and I don't have hardly any fancy floss in my stash. I have mostly DMC, so I'm kind of debating what I'm going to do with that. Okay, so I bought this 28 count even weave, and it's light blue. I think I am going to coffee dye it, but I bought it, and I've had this pattern for a while, and that's to do Silent Night. Yeah, Silent Night, Holy Night. I love this pattern by Country Cottage Needleworks. Okay, I have a story. You will find that I'd like to tell a lot of stories, right?
No.
Okay, so I have a younger sister with some developmental disabilities, and this Silent Night is her favorite song. Have you ever heard her sing that?
I don't know.
It is her favorite song in the entire world, and she will belt it out. You say, Hope, sing Silent Night. Silent. And she goes in this really terrible falsetto. She is completely off key. And on top of it, she doesn't even know the right words. But you can tell by her melody, that's what she's singing. It is precious. See, it's the best thing in the whole world. So it's her favorite song. And so when I saw this pattern, I kind of want to make it for her. She won't appreciate the cross stitch itself. But if I say that says Silent Night, Holy Night, she'll start singing it again. So I don't know if I'm going to make it for her, if I'm just going to keep it myself and she can come over and take a gander at it. But that's why I want to stitch this, is for my sister Hope.
I think Chelsea from Stitching with the Housewives is getting ready to stitch that too.
Yep. So, but I have had that pattern. I bought 2 new sampler patterns. Thank you, Teresa Kogut. What is this one? Land That I Love. I'm going to tell you, her patterns, these sampler patterns are just beautiful. I can't show you the pattern. I'm not allowed. But they are very clear. You can see them perfectly. I cannot wait to stitch.
Now, was it spiral bound when you bought it?
Yes. This one is spiral bound. Yep, she spiral bound it. The pattern is large enough that you can actually see it. It is just so, she does a beautiful job. So if you enjoy samplers, I highly recommend checking out her her patterns. It's
I
beautiful.
like that.
And then I also bought Heaven and Nature. Love that one too. I just think it's just beautiful. She did a tremendous job. So, yay, Teresa
I like
Cook.
those trees on there.
I like the big red house. If that's a house, maybe it's church. No, it's not church. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's really beautiful. So I think I am going to do linen for these, but these are large, and these were done. Her models were done on 40 count linen. I've never stitched 40 count linen. I kind of want to try 32, but the 42 count is 14.5 by 18 inches. If I do 32, it's going to be
It's going to be big.
It's gonna be huge, but I might try it. What the heck? That could be
Might as well.
yeah, I've got time.
Might as well.
Might as well. Anyway, that's all my haul. How about you? What do you got?
I don't really have any new haul, but I have some things that I want to work on. So I'll just show those.
Okay.
This is Silver Creek Sampler, and if you all watch Stitching with the Housewives, I've mentioned them a lot today. Priscilla has been doing this on like an aqua fabric, and she's changing all the colors, and I'm just waiting for all of those to come out so I can do it like hers. It's really pretty.
We have girl crushes on them, at least on their stitching.
Yeah, and then I have Little House Needleworks, and it's the Old Red Barn, and I really like that. So I want to get started on that one too.
Was your dad's barn red?
No, it was white.
That's all right. What about your grandpa's?
White.
White? That's really cute.
Yeah, I like it.
Super
and then
cute.
I've got a couple of Lizzie Kate's, the Thankful string and the Snowy string. I'm going to do those.
Those are cute.
Yeah. Hopefully you can see those.
I have one of the strings. I just don't remember which one it is.
I think I have the spring one too.
They're really cute. Super cute.
I have a lot.
Our husbands don't know. They have no idea. And we're going to keep it that way. All right. What else? Is that it?
What else? That's all I've got over here.
I think that's all I've got. All right. What's our next plan? Do we have any plans for the next time? Or are we just going to keep
Well,
winging this?
hopefully we'll stitch a whole lot more between now and next time. I hope.
I have a
That's
question.
my plan.
I have a question. My husband and I are going on vacation. We are going to New Orleans. We're driving. And if anybody knows any cross-stitch shops close to, I think we drive straight down 75. I was looking at MapQuest and it looks like we stay on 75 the majority of the trip. So if you are in that area and you know of any kind of a stitching shop close to it, if you would post in the comments below, I would really appreciate that because he doesn't know, but we're stopping at some.
Yeah, every time we travel, we go to quilt shops or cross-stitching shops and check everything out.
Yep, it's kind of fun to go
It
and
is
see.
fun. It's interesting.
Go and see the different places. So
And they all are not alike.
they're definitely not. They might have the same patterns, but they're done differently.
Yeah.
Their finishes are different. The shop themselves are set up differently. The people that work there obviously are very different. So, yeah.
I think I mentioned last time that Deb from Country Stitchers, we were going to be in her area, and she told me a couple of them to go to, and we did. They were really nice.
Yep.
I liked them. Enjoyed it a lot.
That's a good thing. We do plan on making on a road trip sometime here real soon. My glasses are crooked. Sorry about that. Soon. And go and visit some other shops. We're going to start laughing because we were laughing about this last time too.
What was the one up north? The country or the
Craft Gallery in Findlay,
yes.
Ohio. We would like to go. I have heard of that one. I've heard really good things about that one. There's one in Columbus that I've been to before. I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it. I know that I could easily find it, but I have not looked it up yet, but I will. Did we mention Log Cabin Stitcher? Go check out her channel. And Niecy Lynn, those were the two that I was going to mention. We're looking through my notes now.
And just keep stitching.
Just
I like
keep
that
stitching.
one too.
Yeah. We're back to the shout
And
outs
Kia
again.
B and the tech guy from the Hive. I like that one too.
All right. I think we're just jabbering just to be talking. So I guess we'll see you, if not in the next week, we'll see you in 2 weeks. And in the meantime, take care. Come find us on Instagram, Stitching in the Valley.
Facebook.
And Facebook. We do have a Facebook. Is it
Yes.
Stitching in the Valley on Facebook?
It's under my name, but I'm trying to get it under Stitching in the Valley somehow.
So-
I'm working on that.
Yeah.
It's a work in process.
Yes.
Progress.
So check us out, and that's it. If you have any good
See you next
Flosstube channels that you like to watch, leave those in the comments below too, so we can check those out.
Yes.
All right. Bye.
See you next
everybody.
time.
Bye.